Okay, just came back into the county again from the west, just a little bit further south. In the southwest corner of Tuscola County is Arbela Township. The Arbela Township Hall back here, we have a contract where we have actually 2 officers that work out of the Township Hall, which is also rented for weddings and parties. Coming into town, we passed Great Lakes Log Furniture on Birch Run Road here, a mile back. I've actually gotten a fair amount of furniture in my home, done by a local business here. We got Baja Acres, which is a motocross that has actually been built up and makes huge steps forward every year. Rosie and Patrick, the owners, have really turned that into a nice course, and have a very strong following, and have a lot of nice events over the summertime on some of the weekends that will pull in riders from all over the world. We have actually some local professional riders who have spent a lot of their lifetimes building their skills there. One of those professionals actually happens to be my nephew that lives up in Gagetown. Eric spent a lot of time out here, and they, like I say, they have done a great job with that track. Creates a little bit of noise for the neighbors sometimes, but they seem to get along and work through things the best they can. Arbela is primarily an agricultural area. There are some pockets of subdivision where some of the workers from the auto industry settled, but it's primarily, like I say, a rural farming area. The only other real business that immediately pops to my head is Simon's grocery and gas station and self-storage. It's still run by, each different end of it is run by one of the Simon family. So come out of Arbela and come into Millington on Millington Road. We come to the Arthur Latham Park. Latham Park is a shared park between Millington Township, Arbela Township, and the village of Millington. Millington was first settled and known as Podunk from about 1850 to 1860. In 1860 it became Lanesville, and then Millington in 1872. It was named for the many sawmills on the Millington Creek, which is a branch of the Cass River. About 1881, there was a huge fire that burned the Bates sawmill. The fire burned much of the area, and actually much of the county, and there were several deaths. As we come in to Millington, we come by St. Paul's Lutheran School and Church. A lot of the settlements and towns in Tuscola County have parochial schools, and I would say that the Lutheran schools are the more popular ones. Obviously these areas were more German settled. Along with the park that the townships share, Millington Township and Arbela Township share a fire department. Millington Arbela Fire Department is actually coming up in front of us here. Off to the right, see the fire department with the big overhead doors, and actually to the left side of it, or to the north, is the Township Police Department that is patrolled by the sheriff deputies. It's another contract where we have 2 officers assigned to Millington Township. Get back to the fire there. There were several lives that were lost, and somebody was telling me about a legend of a man named Bates who was saved from the fire, supposedly by a Sauk Indian, but the Indian lost his life in the fire and now is supposedly a ghost that haunts the area. I think there might be some connection because they do have a couple of haunted houses that are pretty good in Millington each Halloween. Leave Millington, headed to the north, and village that we come to is actually the first city of Tuscola County, and that'll be Vassar.